I spoke with Dr. Bill Lloyd earlier today about how energy drinks are different than other popular beverages. Let me start, Dr. Bill, by saying, how are these energy drinks different than, say, other popular beverages like the Gatorade, the sports drinks, hot coffee, even a carbonated soda? How are these different?
Martin, there's a lot of confusion about these beverages. Energy drinks are loaded with caffeine, sometimes 10 times as much caffeine compared to some of the other beverages. Now, that's different than sports drinks, which have a lot of sugar and a lot of electrolytes. So they're restored, they rehydrate you after physical activity. But in a report published this month in the journal Pediatrics, these hypercaffeinated energy drinks are dangerous because of all the caffeine and nothing else that will help you.
And what happens when say a young person quickly consumes too much caffeine?
Excess caffeine can be a big problem, and as you increase the amount of caffeine that you consume, your blood pressure goes up, your heart rate goes up, the ability to breathe changes. You start having mental problems, you become disoriented. And what a lot of people don't know, when you take too much caffeine, it can lead to liver and kidney failure. So we have to back down on the amount of caffeine that our children are consuming, and that especially means the energy drinks.
And with the removal of energy drinks that were infused with alcohol, there were a number of those for a while, i.e. Four Loko, why is problem drinking still a concern?
Well, the young people like to mix alcohol with sweet drinks. Most of us probably had a bourbon and Coke when we were in college. Well, nowadays, they're mixing alcohol with these carbonated energy drinks that are loaded with caffeine. Here's the problem. When you have all that excess caffeine, you remain stimulated even though you're still getting the effects of alcohol. These drinks come in large containers, so youngsters who consume alcohol with energy drinks tend to drink for a longer period of time, and they tend to drink a lot more alcohol than they thought. So now they're stimulated, but yet they're getting drunk and incapacitated from all the alcohol.
And before drinking their first or maybe their next energy drink, what are the most important things that consumers ought to know?
Well, there's two important things you need to know. First of all, how much caffeine is in this drink anyway? This particular beverage has 160 milligrams of caffeine, which is triple the amount in an ordinary caffeinated beverage. However, it also includes other herbal ingredients like guarana. And guarana is another form of caffeine, but it's not in the list of the different ingredients of the drink. So you're actually getting far more caffeine than's posted on the label. So you have to be careful and know what's in the can that you're drinking. Next, if you're going to consume it with alcohol, you have to be aware that you will underestimate the effects of those alcohol. You will be wide awake drunk. You could get into trouble driving and with other social behaviors. You know, Martin, there's on record now more statistics of people mixing alcohol with energy drinks getting involved with DWIs, physical altercations, and sexual assault. So don't mix them up. You could get yourself into a lot of trouble.
And according to the published research, who should definitely stay away from these energy drinks?
Okay, I've got a great list. Let's break it down. These are the people that should not get involved with energy drinks whatsoever. For starters, children. Children already consume too much caffeine during the day. Children who are taking medications, like medications for ADHD, it's a poisonous combination. Also, you want to make sure that diabetics aren't taking it because these drinks contain lots of sugar, and the combination of caffeine and sugar is not good for diabetics, as well as for people with sleeping disorders or some people with eating disorders. They shouldn't be consuming energy drinks as well. And also we have to mention pregnant women. It's already been shown that pregnant women who consume too much caffeine, and that's what these energy drinks have, too much caffeine, are going to get into trouble with their new baby.
All right, well, you know, it's worth repeating, actually, Dr. Bill. Tell us again the three biggest dangers that these supercharged energy drinks have.
Here's what's important to know. Energy drinks are loaded with too much caffeine. Also, when you mix energy drinks with alcohol, you will underestimate the effects of that alcohol because you will be wide awake drunk. And finally, there's new research that shows that since alcohol and caffeine stimulate the same areas of the brain, individuals who rely heavily on energy drinks are at risk of developing alcohol dependence later in life. So once again, back off the energy drinks and enjoy the sport drinks and other available beverages.
All right, Dr. Bill Lloyd, as always, we appreciate it very much. I got two teens at home. I'm going home to look at the fridge. Thanks.